Good morning, students. We welcome you, all of you, for the today's session on the online economy and careers in fashion. As you know, you are a student of CFD program, and this course is for course of your program. In the previous session, we discussed about about the course 1 and course 2, and day before yesterday also we have an interaction with you regarding the course 3 and course 2. So today we will be discussing about the course 4 and block 1, and at block 1 and block 2 we have already briefed you, and in the remaining units we will be discussing in the next sessions. So focus today is the online economy, the course for block 3 unit 13 and 14. And you might be having a lot of questions in mind, sir, this program which is being offered, certificate in fashion design, how it can be offered through online and blended learning approaches. As you know, have experiences in the previous sessions, we have attempted to conduct the practical sessions, and you enjoyed that interactive sessions, and lot of questions and videos we received from the respective students in the previous sessions. So the online economy and careers in fashion is not only the particularly important for your course also, as a general students, those who are having the vocational programs in different disciplines of our schools and from Indira Gandhi National Open University, you might be having the employability perspective in mind. So focus on 13 units which we have already mailed you, and you have already received study materials. We discussed about the online economy and e-marketing. So what is the importance of the online economy and e-marketing, and you as a learners or as a student, you might be experiencing of online marketing during particularly corona period time. You are not going in market, you are buying a goods through Amazon, Flipkart or others sources. So we will like to focus of this unit basically 3 learning outcomes, that is, you will be able to understand the nature and concept of online economy and e-marketing. You will be able to understand the role of online economy and e-marketing in the context of fashion industry. And you will be study the impact of e-marketing on the modern fashion business, because this is the part of your course of fashion design. So this online economy focusing on fashion products. These are the basic learning outcome which we expected. Experts also given major focus on the 3 learning objectives. As a learners, you will be having lot of queries. What is this online economy? Particularly those students who are not having their economics and commerce background, they might be having some question in mind, what is this online economy and e-marketing? But as a student, a consumer, you will be having experience, but as a student learner, you are not able to understand the basic concepts of the online economy and e-marketing. Let me apprise you the first, what is online economy. Before that, you as a student receive the study materials, and this unit is basically structure. In the unit first of 13, we are giving this structure on introductions. We explain the basic concepts, objectives and concepts of online digital economy and e-marketing. Under this concept, we also highlighted the online and digital economy and e-marketing. And we also explain about the types of e-commerce and law related to e-commerce. Yes, as a student, when you are getting the certificate from the Indira Gandhi National Open University about the certificate in fashion design, you can start your own businesses. For that purpose, you should also have a knowledge related to law related e-commerce, how to start online marketing or business in fashion products. Then we are also focusing today e-commerce, e-marketing and fashion industry, basically focusing on the marketing fashion products in India as well as abroad. So retail strategy for online and e-marketing of fashion industry, and impact of online commerce and e-marketing. So at the end we summarize this unit, that is our structures. And when you also have some questions which we have received in the previous session as well, we have given some self-check exercises in the self-learning materials. What is that purpose? The purpose is you have to attempt that self-check exercises and give the answers, and you can compare yourself. You are the students and you are the evaluator yourself. That's why that self-learning material which we designed. You can evaluate your our study materials or self-check exercises what you have attempted, and you compare your answer at the end. You see 13.9 we are discussing check your progress, the key we have given answers, and you can tally your answers with the our answers what we have given at the end of this unit, and for that we have given suggested you some further readings and references. This is basically the structure of this particular unit, and you are well versed now. In the previous session we discussed about the text structures, or how we are delivering study material to you, and that is called course. Course is converted to block, block is converted to units. Now let me explain the basic concepts of online and digital economy. As a non-economics and non-commerce students, you might be having a lot of questions. Let me explain. The digital economy means that there are different terminologies being used across the globe by online economy, some digital economy, and some scholars are using this internet economy as well. So how it is different each others? A digital economy means that economy which is based on digital computing technology or doing business through internet and World Wide Web. I think you now understand the basic concept of digital economy. It has also been referred sometimes as online economy, internet economy, new economy, or e-economy. These are the terms which are being used across the globe by scholars and policymakers, and also the business persons, those who entrepreneurs, those who started their own businesses in the different contexts and different trade discipline. But very interestingly, latest Thomas Mascovale from Japan in 2001 identified three main components of the digital economy, that is e-business infrastructure, e-commerce and e-business. These are the basically what trade level and national economy level trades are being used. The people are using these three digital economy characteristics, that is e-business and e-commerce and infrastructures. So my dear students, you are now well aware about the basic concepts of online and digital economy and how it is important in the present context and the coming period of our futures world trades or national trades. If you want to start your own businesses, you should must aware about the concept of online, digital economy, e-commerce and e-business and so on, whatever. But it is all based on the internet based and World Wide Web, what we called WWW. So these are the basic concepts are being used by the policymakers and by entrepreneurs and researchers, scholars across the globe. Now we are coming to explain the e-commerce. It has been growing rapidly across the world, and it helps to a company or an individual to conduct businesses over the electronic network and internet. There are three types of e-commerce businesses model in India which are being used: inventory based, market based and hybrid model of inventory or marketplace model. These are three basic models which are being used particularly in India when people are doing business through e-commerce and platform. We also come to e-commerce marketing and fashion industry. Let us how these e-commerce are very much related to fashion products. I know, and during Corona time or otherwise also, most our youth people prefer to buy products through online. Online advantage is that you can see the characteristics of the particular product in the fashion and designing or companies' profiles, and you can easily assess the prices sitting at home. And most of the products which are being sold in recent last 3-4 months through online, that is Amazon and Flipkart platforms, and that's why this e-commerce and fashion products have very positive correlation between them. In the present scenario, online economy is one of the platform on which fashion industry is focusing for its development. There is a huge scope in the coming years when you are going to start your own business through online platform, that fashion products are coming for very important. Therefore, as a student, you must know and read very carefully and attend all these sessions, particularly this fashion design program, this unit will help to understand the importance and the role of online commerce and e-marketing in the area of fashion industry and how it helps in growing and marketing and making fashion popular all around the world. So my dear students, I think you might be having a lot of queries in mind. If you want to start your own business in fashion products, so you must know all the basic characteristics of the online and digital economy and legal aspects and then financial aspects. So this unit will highlight all the three aspects which we have discussed now. Now e-commerce and marketing and fashion industry, these are the three how to start e-marketing also. It's a platform you use e-commerce online or whatever web page you can design yourself for your product in fashion industry, or you can use other platforms where you can sell your products. So e-business is emerging faster fashion economy. Textile and fashion industry is the biggest contributor of our increasing the revenue. The e-tailing of fashion product is cheaper than physical retail store. That's very important because it saves the cost of the retailers. If you go market, if you want to buy a particular shirt or any ready suits, you have to use your vehicles, you have to go on the market, you have to spend your time, cost, transportation cost. But if you are buying online, it all reduce the cost by sitting at home, you can buy the product. That's why this e-economy or e-commerce platform having advantages for buying the products and goods and services through online platform. That's why online economy and particularly in the fashion context is increasing day by day. Let us see the platform and the companies and marketing fashion products in India being used in fashion products. You might be knowing already and you have been using all this platform, that is LimeRoad, Amazon, Flipkart, earlier it was Myntra, then Jabong, and then Ajio and Grooves and Tata CLIQ. And so on, other companies also entering in this market and buying the products and services and they're selling the products and services not only urban area, even reaching to their last consumer, that is rural or remote area. So this technology is reaching to every corner in this country, and this platform and futures of this online economy is increasing day by day. In the last 1 year, if we see the how during the particularly when lockdown period was there, I think the online platform being maximum use all part of the world, across the world and all countries including India. So customer buy their daily needs product also through this online platform. But if we come to buy the fashion products or cloth products, that is also being used successfully and by all the this leading e-platform, e-commerce platform, what we called Amazon, Flipkart or Indian Tata CLIQ. So students, I think you have very interesting text which we have dispatched to you. I am sure you have studied these study materials and you might be having a lot of information already what we are discussing here. So the question is to that, when you are going to attempt the assignments related to online economy or digital economy or whatever assignments we have given to you, but you have to keep in mind the practical aspects, application parts of the e-commerce or economy. When you are giving your own experiences, you have to highlight in your assignments. Now this e-commerce and e-marketing and fashion industry, the point which we have discussed in our unit also, that is Flipkart is planning to launch more retail store in India to promote fashion industry. Similarly, other companies also like Paytm, Google, Reliance and so on. You can collect more information yourself while going and reading newspapers or net browsing nets and all that Googles. You can see where you can collect this information. Most of the local level, district level, block level and rural level products are being also sold in e-learning or e-commerce or e-marketing platforms. And most of the entrepreneurs are designing their own web pages and web platform apps where they are selling the product. You have to collect this information yourself and prepare this unit and your assignments accordingly. So online economy, e-marketing expanding day by day. not only in general products but also in fashionable products. It is also helping by the consumer to see the variety, designs, cost, and also time. They can compare and they have saved these all characteristics. Now coming to see what other part of the world going on online economy. You see, we have taken Business World report and found the Southeast Asian countries, this expansion is going on all Thailand and Malaysia and other part of the world, Philippines. And this online economy, internet economy is increasing day by day. But what about India? Let us see the e-commerce market in India was projected to increase from US 38.5 billion in 2017 to US 200 billion by 26. So the number of internet users was also increasing and it was estimated to be 566 million as on December 18 data what we have, and about 87% of them were regular users. So 97% users across the internet and access the internet on the mobile devices. About 250 million users belong to rural India. It is very interesting figures, and if you see the latest figures what we have taken, the digital buyer penetration in India from 2014 to 19, you see it is increased from 30% to 60%. So if this growth rate will continue like this in the coming 1 year or 2 years, about 2022, the online economy and e-marketing platform is entering every corner of this country to have to sell the product to every consumer at the where remote area they are sitting. So mobile technology is being used and online economy is also being used, and efforts by the government also be there to assess the internet every corner of this country will help to boost your business through e-learning and online economy and e-marketing platforms. My dear friends, I think you have been now well aware about the basic concepts of the online economy, e-marketing and e-commerce. If not, you can go through study materials. You will find the basic details, or otherwise you can interact with us about knowing the more information about the online economy and e-marketing. If you see the careers point of view after this entering, there is a lot of scopes. As a student of certificate in fashion design programs, unit 14 what we have mailed to you, you can see we have mentioned lot of careers options which are available. After getting the certificate from this particular university, you can start your own business or you can be appointed as a different job roles in the fashion industry. What are the different job roles? As like see, you can be having a sourcing managers, you can be appointed as a fabric technicians, you can be appointed as a pattern makers, and you be also textile designer, fashion designer and fashion merchant designer. But it is not necessary you can be having the all job roles after getting the certificate programs. It all depends upon your experiences, your skills and competencies. Online economy, what we have explained to boost your career options if you having the computer skills, digital skills and also as well as fashion and skills. What are the fashion skills in different roles? Let me explain. The first job role, I suppose you are going to be appointed in industry, that is sourcing manager. As a sourcing manager, your role will be in the industry. You should know of cotton and checking the quality of the cotton or yarn, and you will be able to analyze the market demand and supply, and you will be familiar with current trend and price of raw materials as a procurement of cotton or yarn as per requirement of fabric. So these are the basic job role as a sourcing manager required by the industry. So how can be you appointed? It is not necessary you will be appointed as a directly as a sourcing manager after getting certificate programs. It are different levels, level 4, 5, 6. Initially, you will be individual can be engaged as a trainee in the sourcing firm and later or promoted as a sourcing assistant. You will be having some experience after getting these training experiences and will be appointed, and you will be having knowledge of on procurement of raw material with good communication ability and analytical skills can be promoted as a sourcing manager. So after training period, you will be appointed as a careers in fashion and sourcing as a managers. So second role is fabric technician. So what are the job role of fabric technicians? As a lining between designing as designer and fabric sourcing unit, testing of fabric of strength and colors, matching the standards of fabrics as per requirement, and you will be able to create new fabric idea. If you have this kind of competencies and skill, you will be appointed by the industry as a fabric technician. But you see our course 2, where we are discussing pattern making and sewing machines. There we have also explained the skills requirement for these particular programs. If you are able to get those skills and competencies, particularly for the fabric technician, but as it is not necessary that as a pattern maker you will be appointed as a fabric technician. You have to acquire more skills when you are going to apply for fabric technician, and industry will see all the skill and competencies what we have just explained to you. For this certificate will give just awareness. For further study you can join different programs also. These are the basically job roles and for fabric technician, and you will be appointed as a fabric technician and for as a trainee or fabric assistant, and later on progress as a fabric technician you will be having some experiences and you who can be separate in development of fabrics. The next level in this career ladder is senior fabric technician. How you cannot be getting certificate from this university, you will be appointed directly as a senior fabric technician. As like other job roles, you should be first having some experiences as a trainee or assistant fabric technician. Later you will be promoted as a senior fabric technician by an industry or a manager who generally manage or team of staff and supervisors, those who are against with you for this fabric development. These are the basically skills and competencies for this particular job roles. Now come to this textile designers. The next role is textile designer. As a learners, when you are applying this post of textile designers, the industry will looking to job to perform at respective enterprises. You will be able to prepare different type of design which we explained in our course 2. You will be able to liaison with clients and other team member. We have explained and discussed in detail in our course 3, that is Introduction to Fashion Industry, and you will be able to create new collections of designs and editing and putting design on repeat. It all depends upon our course 2. So as a career path, you will be having a first as an experience at training other job role. As a career route typically in textile design begins with assistant designer followed by textile designer. So initially stage after trainee or internship you will be appointed as an assistant designer, and later you will be appointed as a textile designer. With 2 or 3 year experiences designer become manager, and of manager of a team you will be having a director, and depending upon the organizational structure of the firm where you are working or where this particular job is required by an industry. So textile designers are hired by a big companies on good packages. Like however, one can also go as a freelancer. You can be textile designer as a freelancer. It is not necessary you will be getting job, and if you want to start as a freelancer your business you can do after study this course 2 in our CFD programs. Now we are coming to pattern maker. This is purely based on our course 2. That is, you will be familiar with the measuring tools. As a pattern maker, you are drawing pattern on given cloth, and you will be cutting cloths as per design. And this skill and competence is very, very important when you are applying the post. This is pure core skills required as a pattern maker. You will be maintaining quality standards and liaising with the garment manufacturers. These are the job roles you have to perform in industry as a pattern maker. Now as a career path, pattern maker is skilled person who can his credibility and progression on the basis of his technical skills. Yes, all job roles, not only pattern maker, depends upon your all technical and non-technical skills required for the particular jobs. They generally start their careers as a helper or assistant to pattern maker, later on gaining certain years of experiences in measuring and cutting become pattern maker. So these are the very, very important job roles for the pattern maker, and our course 2 discussed it in detail. And our course 2, as in the previous session we discussed about the activities and activity 1 and 2, we highlighted some basic concepts of our expert also discussed and interacted with you about the job roles and pattern makers. And in the forthcoming discussions also will be highlighted about these activities. Now this job role as a fashion designer, that is the basic core job roles required as a fashion designer. So industry will give you preference as a fashion designer if you will be able to draw and develop a design and analyze needs and market trend. That is very important. When you are applying this fashion designer post, what is market trend is going on in this particular fashion design, and how your fashion designing will be different from the earlier existing designing. Now as a learner, you will be able to have a source raw materials and other products. If you know the sources of other raw materials and other products, you will be right person to be given this fashion design post. And you will be familiar with design tools and software like computer aided designing and pattern making and making fit garments. In addition to that, as a employee, you will be able to coordinate with design team and peer groups and liaising with supervisor and marketing people. It is not only you are just designing. As a fashion designer, you will be liaising with the supervisors and marketing people and keeping update with latest trend in the fashion industry in your organization where you will be appointed. Now as a fashion designer, you have to visit and participate in the fashion show and trade fair. That will give you brief idea and your creativity while you define the job role of fashion designers. As a career path, this fashion designer play a versatile role in fashion industry depending upon the type of company you are being engaged. I think a lot of I have seen particular some rural area experiences. I have one of the learners who has skill in particular fashion designing, and she has not got any formal degree or certificate from any organizations, but she might have learned by own, by self study and through YouTubes and all that she was designing. But when she was able to apply the post for this fashion designer, she was not being called because she doesn't have the certifications and degree. For this purpose, she joined our this particular program, the certificate and fashion design. After whatever skill she was having, that in non-formal way, and studying this course and attending the practical session, she was able to perform in a systematic way as the entrepreneur industry required to appoint her. So she had also able to start their freelancers now, and she was earning very good salary after getting the certificate. So this is a case of career path. Not only you have been appointed as a fashion designer in particular industry, you can start your as a own businesses and freelancers also. So if it is a small company where you are applying, then retailer, then one has to perform multiple role. If you've been working in a some small company, it is not necessary you will be appointed as a fashion designer. You will be given a different roles, as like we have discussed merchandise designer or sourcing managers, retail managers. In addition to your role and responsibility of the fashion designer, you have to play different multiple roles at your organization. So big firms have auxiliary design team headed by mapping director, designer and assistant designer. These are the basically role and responsibilities of the careers those students who want to spend in fashion industry. Let me conclude this fashion merchandiser. Also, the fundamental knowledge of the fashion merchandiser and textile industry, and you should be having a suppose who want to join as a fashion merchandiser, you should have a licensing with buyer, manufacturers, other personnel in apply chain and retailers. So revisiting, viewing the progress and supply of products. So ensuring regular supply of products during sessions. So initially, one can join as a trainee or assistant merchandiser and other getting exposure of year, and in this way you will be getting. I hope you might have enjoyed this session, and at the end of this I would like to highlight one point. As a fashion designers, you can start your own businesses And as a self-entrepreneurship, there are also advantages and disadvantages, and you can earn a lot of money if you are not getting job. As a freelancer designer, pattern maker, boutique embroidery, screen printing, illustrator, and so on. So there are several government agencies that support startups and self-entrepreneurs in project formulations, finding excusing of Niti Aayog, MSME, Ministry of Small Macro Small Industries, and so on. You can see their respective web pages and you can get more information, and we also explain in this unit. And my dear friends, I hope you have enjoyed this session. If any queries are there, you can be reached to us at our email cfde@igno.ac.in, or otherwise you are already in touch with us through program guide or our study material through our eGyan Kosh, and also the program coordinator at School of Vocational Education Training. Thank you very much for viewing this program.